Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Guys, things are getting heated down here on the field. As you know, LSU is hosting Ole Miss. Their new head coach, Lane Kiffin, left Ole Miss last year in a very awkward breakup. And you can feel the tension down here on the field. Pre-game warm-ups have been intense, a lot of emotion circling, and I can see Lane Kiffin trying to keep his cool as his LSU Tigers host his old team, Ole Miss, today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Rebels offense to go on the attack first. Hotty toddy ringing throughout the night the last time these two got together and Ole Miss won a tight one.
And there was celebrations long after that game at the library, City Grocery, Big Bad Breakfast, fans partying well into the night, all off season. And now that they get a chance to get back on and meet up again with LSU in this one, you know they're going to be fired up, ready to go.
And that wasn't lost on LSU. Like, they understand. They saw the Grove was flooded. They saw it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Boy, coaches watch tape all week, and they get so excited. First play, let's make a statement. This offense tries to come out and throw it under the lights, all the excitement, and what do? They forget to protect their quarterback, and they give up a sack on the first play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Fighting off the defender. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Looking to throw for it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional.
Sprinting away. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Hall. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Tigers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. One thing has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Turning it on. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tiger. Ball into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. When that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
And the extra point is good. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Rebels offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Off play action on first down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to the ground with the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll run play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Lacy. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Rebels in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Quarterback keep. And the ball squirted out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah, and when you're the secondary and you're flying up, great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my head on the football, get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that flying up, making the big play.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. There's not a screen big enough to list all the memorable moments from this rivalry, but here are a few of them. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll run it. It's Berry. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Back to throw, it's Levin. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Bringing the heat. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the counter. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They boot it away. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Gill. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Gill. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quarterback moving. Still on his feet at the 40. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the 1st. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it along the sideline. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Run in the red zone, it's Lacey. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Ole Miss calls its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Rebels. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative. So
Looking long. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Still second down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Here's a heat. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed.
He's going to take a shot. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So the penalty for pass interference will allow this offense to run one more play on an untimed down. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, we could be shaping up for one memorable finish in this Magnolia Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to get back to the second half of a flowery but fierce rivalry, the conclusion of the Magnolia Bowl.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Hey guys, Coach Lane Kiffin told me at the half, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys?
Okay, Holly. The run inside. It's Durham. Strong, firm tackle.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. He'll try to really get into this one. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Alexander. Turns it on down the left side. Past the 20. He is in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the second half, you drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it out. It's Hall. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7.
Breaks into the open. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the first down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but charges. Clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes it just feels like it matters more. I can't wait to see what happens today.
And I love what Reese says. Cheating, yeah. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. And both these schools, obviously, so closely connected. Games are usually really, really good. A ton of talent on the field. Big bragging rights on the line.
Man, momentum is squarely on their side right now.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Stands in and takes the hit. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quarterback adapted. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. They'll go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down.
Blue 30.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Levin. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
He's got an open man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Pulls it on the option. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Throws to the tight end. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
And the Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. To the air, it's Levitt. Here comes the heat. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And after the pick, everybody going the other way, and he crossed midfield and got it to the 47.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Right back to the well. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
A full dive to haul that one in.
Yeah, and I like this offense keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Ole Miss gets the daily double. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU, and as always, they take victory in the tailgate. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.